Okay, so in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a Google Classroom. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is start from the GNS PES launch page. So I'm going to just log in here. And remember, oops, told me an error. Your login is the same as your computer login at school. Okay, so I am now logged in and this is my launch page and I'm going to go to Google Classroom. Now, when this loads, don't panic. I've got a lot of Google Classrooms. Yours might be blank and that is okay. The first thing that you're going to do is press create or join a class over by the waffle on the right hand side, the plus sign. So I'm going to create a class. And you're going to call it your name and the year. So I've already got mine created. It's called To Bembridge 2019-20. I'm just going to create another one. Oops. Okay. I'm going to call it example because I'm just creating this. You don't need to worry about section, subject, or room. And then you're going to click create. So this, you can change the theme, upload a new photo. Now I know I don't want to have a hairdryer and scissors there. So I'm going to choose a math and science theme. And let me just see, English and history, I might choose something different. I think I like this one. So I'm going to choose that one, select class theme. It's going to change my photo. Now, what I'm going to go to is people, and it says invite students or give them a class code. So I can invite students, and the way I can invite students is by typing their name or email. Now, if I wanted to start typing and include, now the only thing I caution you on is make sure you're including their GNS PES address, not any other address you might have. So I want to make sure that I invite students by their GNS PES address. So as long as I have a class list, I don't necessarily have to have their GNS PES addresses. I can find their names. The only time it becomes a little bit tricky is if students have a common first and last name. Laura McDonald, there might be 50 Laura McDonalds in our board, so you might have to know their GNS PES address if they have a common name. But luckily at Bedford South, we have a lot of very uncommon names, so you might not have that problem. But if you do have a copy of their GNS PES email addresses from PowerSchool, that would also be helpful to have. Okay, now the other way you can let your students know is they can join, especially this works with older kids, is if you want to invite them to the class. Now, let me just see. Okay, I'm going to close the class settings. So invite students, there is my code. And I believe you can make it seem bigger. I'm just trying to see how that is. Thought I could make that code bigger, but I guess I can't. But I can certainly copy that code and students can join a class. The same way that you did, I could take that class code and by right-clicking it, I can copy it. So with my mouse key, if I click copy, you have to have it highlighted. I can click copy, and then I can go back to classroom. from the waffle. And again, I have the option there. Students would join class instead of create class. And that's how they could join your class. You can either do it one of two ways. They could enter that class code that you have given them by right-clicking. I would right-click and paste, or you can invite them by adding their names or GNSPES email addresses. So there's two ways. Once you have that class created, I'll set up another tutorial for how to assign them classwork. I think the big challenge for you right now is simply getting your Google Classroom set up. I'll create a separate video to show you how to create content.